If you're listening to this tonight, maybe you have been carrying something heavy. A silence that feels too loud, a room that feels too empty. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to hold it together right now. God already knows. Let these words be your company tonight. Let this be a place where your heart can finally rest. We begin in the Psalms, the words of those who cried out in the night and found that God was already there. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. You are not too far for him to find. You are not too broken for his hand to hold. He has searched you. He has known you. Before you knew his name, he already knew yours. When you created my inmost being, you knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderfully made. Even tonight, even in this. You are not the mistake. You are not forgotten. You are known. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Tonight, this is your valley, and hey, he is with you in it. Not waiting at the other side, not watching from a distance, but with you. This shepherd does not leave the sheep in the dark. He goes in. He finds them. He carries them home. You are being carried tonight, even if you cannot feel it. Even if it doesn't feel like enough. The arms are there. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Close. Not someday close. Not close when you get better. Close. Right now, as you are. I sought the Lord, and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. Those who look to him are radiant. Their faces are never covered with shame. That is the promise for tonight. Not thou, what everything will be fixed by morning. Be it throughout the loner to Atman. That thou of God, who made the study, also made time to be close to you, though. Taste and see, the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him. Take refuge tonight. Not in having answers, not in having strength. In him. Just in him. There's a story in the Bible that doesn't get told enough. A story about a man who did everything right and still ended up alone under a tree, asking God to let him die. His name was Elijah. He had just stood against an entire nation. He had called down fire from heaven. He had seen miracles that most people only read about. And then, one threat, one person, sent him running into the wilderness. He ran for his life. And when he couldn't run anymore, he sat down under a broom tree, alone, exhausted, empty. And he prayed the most honest prayer in the Bible. I've had enough, Lord. Take my life. I'm no better than my ancestors. I've had enough. Have you ever prayed that? Not in those words, maybe. But in that feeling I haven't given everything, and having mattered on nothing left to give. The feeling of being so tired that even hope feels heavy. God was not surprised by this prayer. He was not disappointed. He was not waiting for Elijah to pull himself together. He was already moving. He is already moving. The Bible says that Elijah lay down and fell asleep. Then, an angel touched him. Not with thunder, not with a vision. Touch him. Simplest, most human thing. Touch. Get up and eat. And there beside his head was bread baked over hot coals, and a jar of water. He ate, drank, and he lay down again. The angel came back a second time, touched him again, and said, "Yeah, get up and eat. For the journey is too much for you. The journey is too much for you." God said it. Not as a criticism. As an acknowledgement. I see you. I know how heavy this is. I know how long you have been walking. I know what it has cost you. The road ahead is longer than you have strength for right now. So eat. So rest. Let me provide. And in the strength of that one meal, Elijah walked for 40 days. Your rest tonight's not giving up. It is preparation. It feels like the end. God is already calling the beginning. But the angel feed you tonight. Let this be the rest. There's another story about two sisters in a quiet moment that changed everything. Martha and Mary. Jesus had come to visit. Martha was busy, preparing, serving, working. The kind of person who shows love by doing. Always doing. Never quite finished. Never quite at rest. And Mary simply sat at the feet of Jesus, listening. Martha came to Jesus, frustrated. "Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do all the work by myself? Tell her to help me." And Jesus answered her, gently. "Martha, Martha, you're worried and upset about many things. A few things are needed, or indeed only one. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. Maybe tonight you trade, dear Martha. Exhausted from doing, from carrying, from holding things together. The bills, the conversations you haven't had, the things you left undone, the things you're afraid of tomorrow. Jesus is not asking you to fix all that tonight. He's asking you to sit, to stop, to be still. You have chosen what is better. By being here, by resting, by letting go of doing, by simply being. That will not be taken from you. Now let us pray together. You don't need to close your eyes if that feels hard. You don't need to kneel. Just breathe. Lord, there are people listening to this right now who feel like they have become invisible. Like the world keeps moving, and no one has noticed that they're standing still. They show up, they smile, they say they're fine. Inside, they're so tired of pretending. See them. You've always seen them. Before they were born, you knew their name. And tonight, you know exactly what they are, exactly what they're carrying, exactly how heavy it has become. Let them feel it, Lord. Not in a loud way, in a quiet way, the way a hand on a shoulder feels in the dark. Just present. Just you. Remind them that being seen by you is enough, that being known by you is everything. Let that truth settle into them tonight like warmth, like the first moment of real rest after a very long day. Let them wake up tomorrow just a little less afraid. A little more sure that they are not alone. In your name. Amen. Lord, for those who are sleeping alone tonight for the first time, or for the 1000th time, and it still doesn't feel normal. For those who reach for a phone to call someone, and then remember. For those who set one less place at the table, who hear a song not to leave the room, who are fine all day, and fall apart at night when no one is watching. Grieve with them tonight, because you are a God who weeps. A God who stood at a tomb and cried. You know what loss feels like from the inside. And you didn't rush past the money. You didn't say, be strong. You did not look away. You wept in hope. Give them permission to do the same. And then when the tears are done, hold them in. Let sleepy glad kind of think that happens to them today. Let them wake up just enough. Just enough strength. Just enough hope. Just enough of you. And remind them the ones they've lost are held by the same hands that hold them now. In your name. Amen. Lord, for those who are afraid right now, not of anything they can name, just afraid. The kind of fear that lives in the chest at 2 a.m. The kind that turns small things into unbearable things. The kind that makes silence feel heavier than it is. Be louder than that fear. Not in a way that startles, but in a way that settles. Like a voice in a dark room saying, "Die. I'm here. I've been here the whole time. You just couldn't hear me over the noise." Quiet the noise now. Quiet the what ifs. Quiet the not enough. Quiet the you should have known. Quiet everything. Until all that stuff is you. And in that quiet, let them hear you. Even as a whisper. Even as the faintest sense. They are not alone. Let them sleep tonight, knowing that they are held. Not in this room only. Not this moment only. Always. In every dark. In every fear. In every that feels too long. You're there. You're there. You're there. Your name. Amen. Let these words carry you now or to you now. You don't need to hold on to them. Just let them wash over you. Like water. Like rest. Peace I leave with you. A peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled. Neither let it be afraid. Let not your heart be troubled. Let not your heart be afraid. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you. With my righteous right hand, I will uphold you. Not I might. Not if you deserve it. I will. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Rest for your soul. Not just your body. Your soul. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. That's not. And they will walk and not be faint. Not tonight, maybe. Tonight you rest hard. But the renewal is coming. That's been work tomorrow. The strength of it is coming. But the morning is coming. Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. He tasted for you. Not in spite of your weakness. Beloved. Every fear you carried into this night, you can put it down now. Not because it isn't real, but because someone stronger is holding it for you. The Lord your God is with you, a mighty warrior who saves. He will take great delight in you. In his love, he will no longer rebuke you. He will rejoice over you with singing. He is singing over you right now. Even now, even here, even in this. You made it through another day. That matters. You don't have to figure everything out tonight. You don't have to be okay yet. You don't have to be strong. Just rest. You are held. Same God who set the stars in place knows your name and is watching over you right now. You are not alone. You've never been alone. And you will not wake up alone. Sleep now in peace. Good night. You made it through another day. That matters. You don't have to figure everything out tonight. You don't have to be okay yet. You don't have to be strong. Just rest. You are held. Same God who set the stars in place knows your name and is watching over you right now. You are not alone. You have never been alone. And you will not wake up alone. Sleep now in peace. Good night. You made it through another day. That matters. You don't have to figure everything out tonight. You don't have to be okay yet. You don't have to be strong. Just rest. You are held. Same God who set the stars in place knows your name and is watching over you right now. You are not alone. You have never been alone. And you will not wake up alone. Sleep now in peace. Good night. There is a passage in the book of Isaiah that was written for people who were exhausted in a way that went deeper than tiredness. They had been through something that had broken their understanding of how the world worked. They had lost their home, their temple, their sense of safety, their confidence that God was present and active in their lives. They were people who had run out of reasons to hope and were not sure they could find new ones. And into that darkness, these words were spoken. He gives power to the faint, and to him who has no might, he increases strength. Not to those who are strong enough to help themselves, not to those who have their faith sufficiently organized and their doubts sufficiently managed. To the faint, to those who have no might, that is the specific group being addressed here. The ones who are already empty, the ones who have nothing left to bring. Even youths shall faint and be weary, and young men shall fall exhausted. But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. I want to spend a moment on the word wait, because in our culture, waiting feels like passive failure. It feels like the thing you do when you cannot do the thing you actually want to do. It feels like falling behind, like losing ground, like watching time pass while nothing is being accomplished. We are not good at waiting. We have built entire industries around the elimination of waiting. But the waiting described in this verse is not passive. It is not staring at a blank wall hoping something changes. The Hebrew word used here carries the sense of entwining, the way a rope is made by twisting strands together, or the way a vine grows around something solid and holds on. It means attaching yourself to something stronger. wrapping yourself around a source of strength that is not your own, and simply holding on while it does what you cannot do for yourself. That is the waiting being described. Not passive. Active in the deepest sense, the sense of choosing, again and again, to stay connected to the source, to not let go, to keep your face turned toward the one who holds strength when you have none. And the promise to those who wait in this way is extraordinary. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. There is something about the eagle that ancient people understood deeply. Eagles do not exhaust themselves in flight the way smaller birds do. They find the thermals, the invisible columns of warm air rising from the earth, and they spread their wings, and they rise on the power of something they did not create and cannot control. They simply position themselves correctly and let the current do the lifting. That is what is being promised here. Not that you will somehow generate enough strength to fly, but that when you position yourself correctly, when you keep your wings spread in the right direction, something will do the lifting for you. You will rise on something that is not your own. You will go further and higher than you could ever go on the strength of your own effort. And you will be less tired at the end of it, because the source of the movement was not inside you. Tonight, spread your wings, not in effort, in surrender, in the gentle releasing of the grip on everything you have been trying to control, every outcome you have been trying to manage, every fear you have been trying to outthink. Let go of the flapping and the struggling and the exhausting labor of trying to stay aloft on your own, and let the thermal come. Let the current lift you. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Running and not growing weary is a miracle. Walking and not fainting is what the rest of the journey actually looks like. One foot in front of the other. Not spectacular. Not soaring. Just moving forward day after day without collapsing. That is what sustained faithfulness looks like. That is what God is promising to give you. Not the permanent mountaintop experience. The quiet, sustainable, day after day capacity to keep going when going is hard. That is enough. That is more than enough. Just enough to keep walking. Just enough to not faint. You will wake up tomorrow with enough for tomorrow. And the day after that, enough for that day. The strength is renewed daily, like bread, and it will be there. It has always been there, and it will always be there. Wait for the Lord tonight. Hold on. Keep your face turned in His direction. Let the current do the lifting. You are going to fly. Lord, I want to pray tonight specifically for the minds that will not stop. For the people who have lain down and closed their eyes and tried to sleep and found that the moment the room got quiet, the thoughts got louder. The rehearsing of conversations that have already happened and cannot be changed. The planning for situations that may never arrive. The catalog of things left undone, things done wrong, things that need to be different and are not yet different and might never be different. The mind that spins and spins and finds no place to land. You made the mind that is running right now. You know exactly how it works, exactly what it is afraid of, exactly which threads it keeps pulling because it has not yet found the resolution it is looking for. And you are not frustrated with it. You are not telling it to simply stop. You understand the anxiety beneath the thinking, the fear that is driving the engine, the place inside that is not sure it can trust things, to be okay without constant monitoring. Meet that place tonight, not with a command to stop worrying, because commands do not reach that deep, but with the presence that makes worrying feel, slowly, less necessary. The presence that says, I am already watching over everything you are trying to manage by thinking about it at midnight. I have not forgotten any of it. I am not less aware of your situation because you are not currently thinking about it. I see it, I hold it, and I am working in it even in the dark, even while you sleep, even in the silence between your thoughts. Let me take the weight of the watching. You were not designed to monitor everything all the time. You were designed for rest. Your nervous system was made for Sabbath, for the stopping, for the trust that says the world will continue turning while I am not watching it. Let that be true tonight. Let the world continue turning. Let the things that need attending to wait until morning. Let your mind do the thing it so rarely gets permission to do, which is simply to be quiet. For those whose minds race because of anxiety, they have not been able to name or treat or find relief from. Lord, be especially present. The ones who wake at 3 a.m. with a heart that is beating too fast and no clear reason for it. The ones who have tried everything they know to calm the system and have not yet found what works. The ones who are exhausted from living inside a mind that feels like it is always on high alert, always scanning for danger, always braced for something bad. They are not failing. They are not weak. They are tired. Their nervous system has been working overtime for too long and does not yet know how to switch into rest. And they need something that comes from outside the system, something their own effort cannot manufacture, a peace that, as your word says, passes understanding. Not a peace that makes sense, not a peace that arrives after the problems are solved, a peace that comes in spite of the problems, through the anxiety, into the middle of the racing mind and simply settles it. The way oil settles water, the way a hand on a shoulder can slow a breath. That peace is available tonight. It is not earned, and it cannot be forced, but it can be received. And if there is anything I want for every person listening to this tonight, it is that they would receive it, that it would find its way past the defenses and the doubts and the habit of worrying, and it would land somewhere soft and quiet inside them, and they would breathe, and the breath would slow, and the thoughts would thin out, and somewhere in the thinning there would be just enough quiet to hear the only voice that has always told the truth about them. You are loved. You are held. You are not alone. Everything you are afraid of is in hands that are stronger than yours. And those hands have not let go. They will not let go. They are holding you right now, this moment, this breath, this heartbeat. Slow down, dear heart. You are allowed to rest. The watching is taken care of. The guarding is handled. Tonight, someone else has the night shift, and their eyes do not grow heavy, and their attention does not wander, and they will not miss a thing. You can sleep. It is safe to sleep. Everything will still be there in the morning, and you will face it with a mind that has rested. But for now, just this breath, just this moment, just the quiet settling of a spirit that is finally allowed to stop. In the name of the one who gives peace that the world cannot give, amen. There is a psalm I want to bring to you now. Psalm 46. It was written during a time of enormous upheaval, when the world, as the writer knew it, seemed to be falling apart at its foundations. And yet, what came out of that experience was one of the most steadying pieces of poetry ever written. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam and the mountains quake with their surging, though the earth give way. Not if things get difficult, not in minor setbacks, though the ground itself becomes unstable, though everything that seemed solid turns out not to be. Even then, God is refuge. Even then, God is strength. Even then, He is present, not as a distant observer, as help, actual, practical, immediate help in the actual trouble. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy place where the Most High dwells. God is within her. She will not fall. God will help her at break of day. God is within her. That is the reason she will not fall. Not because she is strong enough or fortified enough or has made enough wise decisions. Because God is within her. The safety is not generated from inside. It comes from the presence of the one who holds everything. Nations are in uproar. Kingdoms fall. He lifts his voice. The earth melts. The things that seem most powerful and most threatening, the forces and circumstances and situations that look from where you stand like they have all the power in the world. When He lifts His voice, the earth melts. There is no power in existence that is not subordinate to His word. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. The God of Jacob. That specific name is worth noticing. Jacob was not the most admirable character in Scripture. He was a deceiver, a schemer, someone who spent a significant portion of his life trying to get what he wanted by manipulation rather than trust. He wrestled with God, literally wrestled, and came away limping. And yet he is named here as a model. God is the God of Jacob. God is the God of the people who are not entirely sure they have earned the right to call Him their God. God is the God of the complicated and the struggling and the ones whose story is not simple or clean. He is your God too, with all the complication and the mess and the wrestling. He is yours. Come and see what the Lord has done, the desolations He has brought on the earth. He makes wars cease to the ends of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the shields with fire. And then, in the middle of all of this, in the middle of the description of His power and sovereignty over everything that threatens, He says one thing, just one. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. Stop the striving. Stop the managing. Stop the attempting to control what you cannot control and the worrying about what you cannot fix and the planning for every possible bad outcome. Be still, just for this moment, just for this breath. And know, not believe, not hope. Know, with the settled, quiet certainty of someone who has found solid ground and does not need to keep testing it. Know that I am God. That is the whole of it. That is the invitation and the promise and the resting place all at once. Be still and know that I am God. And because I am God, you do not have to be. You do not have to hold everything together. You do not have to have all the answers. You do not have to see the whole path. You only have to be still long enough to know who is walking it with you. He is God of hosts. The armies of heaven are His. He is your fortress. He is the one within you who ensures that, whatever falls, you will not fall finally. The mountains may shake. The waters may roar. The nations may be in uproar. And you can be still. Not because there is nothing frightening, but because the one who is greater than the frightening thing is also the one who is with you. Be still and know. That is all tonight asks of you. Just be still and let the knowing come. I want to speak directly to someone tonight. I do not know your name, but I know something about you. I know that somewhere in the middle of your life, quietly, without any dramatic announcement, you began to feel forgotten. Not by everyone, maybe by a few specific people, maybe by the version of your life that you had expected to be living by now. Maybe just by time itself, which has a way of moving forward without asking whether everyone on board is ready. You feel like you are standing still while the world is moving. Like everyone around you is arriving somewhere, and you are still in the same place, or maybe a place you did not choose and do not want to be. And the loneliness of that is not just the loneliness of being without people. It is a deeper loneliness. The loneliness of feeling like your particular story does not count, like it is too small, or too quiet, or too unresolved to matter to anyone who is paying attention to bigger things. I want to tell you something that I believe with everything in me. God does not forget small stories. He does not only tend to the large and dramatic and easily noticeable. He is the God who notices the sparrow that falls, not the eagle, the sparrow, the small, ordinary, unremarkable bird that no one would stop to look at twice. He notices, and you, his scripture says, are worth more than many sparrows. He has not forgotten you. He has not moved on. He has not turned his attention to more interesting or more pressing concerns and left your story on hold until he gets around to it. He is tending to your story right now, tonight, in ways that are not visible to you from where you are standing. There is a story in the book of Genesis about a woman named Hagar. She was a servant, not a main character in the great story being told. She was not the one who received the famous promises. She was not the one whose name would be remembered for generations. She was the one on the margins, the one whose situation was entirely outside her control, the one who ended up alone in the wilderness, with a child who was dying of thirst, sitting a little distance away from him because she could not bear to watch. And the angel of the Lord came to her, not to Abraham, not to Sarah, to Hagar, in the wilderness, in the unbearable moment. And what the angel said to her, and what she said in response, is one of the most moving exchanges in the entire Bible. The angel said, "Hagar, where have you come from and where are you going?" And God heard the voice of the boy. And he opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. She named God something in that moment that no one had named him before. She called him El Roi, the God who sees me. She said, "Truly here I have seen him who looks after me." In a wilderness, in an invisible crisis. In the moment that seemed most forgotten by everyone including God, she discovered that she was seen. That the God who makes grand promises to important people also noticed a servant in a desert who had run out of options, and he provided. Not dramatically, a well of water, practical, immediate, enough. You are seen tonight. Whatever wilderness you are in, however invisible your crisis feels, however small and unremarkable your particular form of suffering seems in comparison to the more obvious pain in the world, you are seen by the God who sees. El Roi, he who looks after you. He knows where you are. He knows what your wilderness looks like. He knows what has run out and what you need to take the next step. And he is providing. Maybe not in the way you would have chosen. maybe in the form of a well rather than a river, in the form of enough rather than abundance, in the form of one more day rather than the complete resolution. But it is provision, and it is from the one who has not taken his eyes off you. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not a small story that God has set aside in favor of more important business. You are the business. You are the one he came looking for. You are the one he sees. Let that reach you tonight. Let Elroy find you in your wilderness. Let yourself be seen, and then look for the well, because I believe it is closer than you think. On the night before everything changed, Jesus spoke to his disciples about a house. They were gathered in an upper room. They had just shared a meal, and Jesus had said some things that were frightening and confusing, things about betrayal and departure and paths that did not yet make sense. And into that anxiety, into that group of people who were afraid and did not fully understand what was happening, Jesus said, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God. Believe also in me. In my Father's house there are many rooms. If that were not so, would I have told you that I am going there to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me, so that you also may be where I am. Do not let your hearts be troubled." He said it twice in this passage. Do not let your hearts be troubled. Do not let them be afraid, not because there is nothing troubling, not because the situation is less serious than it looks. He said it knowing full well what was coming the next day, knowing what the disciples were about to face, knowing the full weight of what lay ahead. And still he said, "Do not let your hearts be troubled," which means the peace he is offering does not depend on the circumstances cooperating. It is available before the circumstances change. It is available in the middle of the trouble, not only after it passes. In my Father's house there are many rooms. I have always found this image deeply comforting. A house, not a throne room, not a courtroom. A house, the kind of place where people live, where there are corners to sit in and rooms to rest in, and the particular kind of safety that only a home can provide. A house with many rooms, which means there is room for everyone. No one is turned away for lack of space. No one is told the house is full. There is a room with your name on it, and he has gone to prepare it. The same care that he gave to everything he put his hands to, the same intention and presence and love he has put into preparing a place specifically for you. Not a generic room, a room prepared, with you in mind. This is where everything is going. Through all of the confusion and the uncertainty and the nights like tonight when nothing is clear and everything feels too heavy, this is the direction. Home, a house that was built for you. A place prepared by someone who knows exactly what you need. A welcome that will not require you to explain yourself or earn your place or manage how you appear. Just come in, sit down, rest. You are expected. You have always been expected. The room has been ready since before you knew you needed it. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. The world's peace is fragile. It depends on things going a certain way, on the right combination of circumstances and luck and other people behaving well. It comes and goes. It cannot be relied upon because it is not grounded in anything that cannot be taken away. His peace is different in kind. It is grounded in who he is, which does not change. It is grounded in what he has done, which is finished and cannot be undone. It is grounded in where everything is going, which is home. And because it is grounded in those things, it does not fluctuate with the circumstances. It is available in the storm as surely as in the calm. It is available tonight, in whatever this night is, as surely as it was available on the most peaceful night you have ever experienced. Let not your heart be troubled. Let not your heart be afraid. That is the invitation. Not a demand, not a requirement for entry, an invitation. A gentle, unhurried, entirely sincere invitation to lay down the trouble, right here, right now, and receive something better in its place. A peace that makes no sense given the circumstances. A rest home that goes deeper than the body. A home that is already prepared and already waiting. You are going there. You may not see it from here, but it is real and it is yours, and He is preparing every detail of it with the same hands that hold you tonight. Let not your heart be troubled. You are loved. You are going home. On the night before everything changed, Jesus spoke to His disciples about a house. They were gathered in an upper room. They had just shared a meal, and Jesus had said some things that were frightening and confusing, things about betrayal and departure and paths that did not yet make sense. And into that anxiety, into that group of people who were afraid and did not fully understand what was happening, Jesus said, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God. Believe also in me. In my Father's house there are many rooms. If that were not so, would I have told you that I am going there to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me, so that you also may be where I am. Do not let your hearts be troubled." He said it twice in this passage. Do not let your hearts be troubled. Do not let them be afraid, not because there is nothing troubling, not because the situation is less serious than it looks. He said it knowing full well what was coming the next day, knowing what the disciples were about to face, knowing the full weight of what lay ahead. And still He said, "Do not let your hearts be troubled," which means the peace He is offering does not depend on the circumstances cooperating. It is available before the circumstances change. It is available in the middle of the trouble, not only after it passes. In my Father's house there are many rooms. I have always found this image deeply comforting. A house, not a throne room, not a courtroom. A house, the kind of place where people live, where there are corners to sit in and rooms to rest in, and the particular kind of safety that only a home can provide. A house with many rooms, which means there is room for everyone. No one is turned away for lack of space. No one is told the house is full. There is a room with your name on it, and He has gone to prepare it. The same care that He gave to everything He put His hands to, the same intention and presence and love He has put into preparing a place specifically for you. Not a generic room, a room prepared, with you in mind. This is where everything is going. Through all of the confusion and the uncertainty and the nights like tonight when nothing is clear and everything feels too heavy, this is the direction. Home, a house that was built for you. A place prepared by someone who knows exactly what you need. A welcome that will not require you to explain yourself or earn your place or manage how you appear. Just come in. Sit down. Rest. You are expected. You have always been expected. The room has been ready since before you knew you needed it. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. The world's peace is fragile. It depends on things going a certain way, on the right combination of circumstances and luck and other people behaving well. It comes and goes. It cannot be relied upon because it is not grounded in anything that cannot be taken away. His peace is different in kind. It is grounded in who he is, which does not change. It is grounded in what he has done, which is finished and cannot be undone. It is grounded in where everything is going, which is home. And because it is grounded in those things, it does not fluctuate with the circumstances. It is available in the storm as surely as in the calm. It is available tonight, in whatever this night is, as surely as it was available on the most peaceful night you have ever experienced. Let not your heart be troubled. Let not your heart be afraid. That is the invitation, not a demand, not a requirement for entry, an invitation, a gentle, unhurried, entirely sincere invitation to lay down the trouble right here, right now, and receive something better in its place, a peace that makes no sense given the circumstances, a rest home that goes deeper than the body, a home that is already prepared and already waiting. You are going there. You may not see it from here, but it is real and it is yours, and he is preparing every detail of it with the same hands that hold you tonight. Let not your heart be troubled. You are loved. You are going home. Lord, I want to pray now for the morning that is coming, not because tonight is ending badly, not because we need to hurry towards something better than this, but because morning is always coming, and I want to speak into what it carries before it arrives. For everyone listening to this tonight, Lord, let morning come gently. Let the first moment of waking be a moment of mercy, not a moment of sudden re-entry into everything that is difficult. Let there be a few seconds before the day fully arrives, where the body remembers what it is to be at rest, where something of the peace that settled here tonight lingers into the light. And when the day does arrive, with all of its demands and its complications and its specific weights, let them not feel quite so heavy as they did last night. Let there be something in the morning light that last night's dark did not have. Not because the problems are solved, but because something shifted in the night. Because rest did what rest does. Because you did what you do in the hours when we are not watching. Because you work in the night, Lord. You are not idle when we sleep. The psalm says you neither slumber nor sleep, which means while the ones listening to this are resting, you are active. You are tending to things they cannot tend to. You are working in situations that feel stuck. You are preparing paths that do not yet exist. You are providing for needs that have not yet arrived. You are doing what you have always done, which is holding everything together, sustaining everything that exists, keeping the world turning, and the sun on its course, and the rain in its season, and the particular life of each particular person in your hands. So let the morning come as a report from your nighttime work. Let them wake up and notice slowly that something shifted, that a fear that felt enormous last night, it feels slightly more manageable in the morning, that a problem that felt impossible feels slightly more approachable, that the weight is still there, maybe, but it is distributed differently, because they are not carrying it alone, because underneath their arms there are everlasting arms, and those arms do not tire. For those who will wake up tomorrow to something hard, Lord, give them what they need before they need it. Give them grace ahead of the moment. Let the strength be there when they reach for it, not promised for later but present now, the way bread is on the table before hunger arrives. For those who will wake up tomorrow and not be sure how to face what is in front of them, give them just the next step, not the whole road, not the complete map, just one step, the one they need to take before they can see the next one, and then the one after that, when it comes. You have always worked that way with your people. One day of manna, one step forward, one door opening at a time, just as the person reaches it. That is enough. It has always been enough. It will be enough tomorrow. For those who will wake up and find that the grief is still there, because grief does not resolve overnight, because mornings can be some of the hardest moments when the weight of absence is fresh again. Lord, be especially close in those first waking moments. Let there be something merciful in how the day begins for them. Let them find you in the ordinary, in the light through the window, or the warmth of the first cup of something, in the small reminders that beauty still exists and life still has texture and tenderness is still possible. Remind them that morning comes after every night, not as a platitude, as a promise. The darkness does not get to stay. It is not permanent. It has a limit, and the limit is dawn, and dawn is always coming. It is coming for them, for their grief, for their fear, for their exhaustion. It is not yet visible from where they are standing, but it is absolutely on its way. And for those who will wake up tomorrow and feel, for the first time in a long time, just slightly okay, maybe even just the smallest degree better than they have felt in a while, let them notice it. Let them not rush past it or discount it or tell themselves it does not count because it is too small. Let them receive it as what it is, which is grace, new mercy, the faithfulness of a God who is not finished with them, who is working towards something in their lives that they cannot yet see, who loves them too much to leave them where they are. His mercies are new every morning. Let them be new for every person listening to this. Let morning come as gift. Let it come as grace. Let it come bearing just enough of what they need to take the next step into whatever is waiting for them. And let them know, when they wake, that they do not wake alone. They wake into the same love that held them through the night. It did not pause for darkness. It did not diminish for sleeping. It is there in the morning, exactly as it was here tonight. Continuous, faithful, sure. There is a book of the Bible that does not get read enough. It is called Lamentations, and it is essentially a series of poems written in the aftermath of total devastation. The city of Jerusalem had been destroyed. The temple, the place where God's presence dwelt, had been burned to the ground. The people had been taken into captivity. Everything that had given them identity and security and hope had been stripped away. And someone sat down and wrote about it honestly. Is it nothing to you, all you who pass by? Look around and see, is any suffering like my suffering that was inflicted on me? That is an honest prayer. That is not a prayer dressed up in theological respectability. That is a person in genuine agony asking God whether anyone notices, whether the suffering counts, whether God himself has turned away. I am the one who has seen affliction by the rod of the Lord's wrath. He has driven me away and made me walk in darkness rather than light. He has turned his hand against me again and again, all day long. This person is angry and confused and honest, and they are directing all of it toward God rather than away from him, which is itself a form of faith. The faith that believes God is real enough and present enough and safe enough to to receive the full weight of what is being felt, even when what is being felt is rage and grief, and the sense that God Himself is the source of the suffering. If you have ever felt that, if you have ever been angry at God, if you have ever felt like God was not just absent, but actively working against you, this book was written for you. Your experience is in the Bible. Your specific darkness has been there before. You are not the first person to feel this, and you will not be the last, and the feeling has not separated you from God any more than it separated the writer of Lamentations from God. And then, right in the middle of all of this pain, right in the center of the book, after pages of honest lament, this, yet this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope. Because of the Lord's great love we are not consumed, for His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Yet, that word is doing so much work. Not and then everything was okay. Not and then I found the silver lining. Yet, despite everything, in spite of everything I have just said about the darkness and the suffering and the absence, yet, this I call to mind. It is a choice. The writer made a choice to remember something in the middle of the pain, rather than letting the pain be the only thing. Not to minimize the pain, not to pretend it is not real, but to set something beside it, to say the pain is real and this is also real. The Lord's compassions never fail. They are new every morning, not carried over from yesterday, slightly worn from previous use. New, fresh, specific to this day, this morning, this particular combination of need and circumstance and person. The compassion that meets you tomorrow morning will not be yesterday's compassion. It will be made for tomorrow. For the version of you that wakes up then, with whatever that day holds. Great is your faithfulness. This became a song. It has been sung for centuries, in churches and in hospitals and at gravesides and in living rooms late at night when there was no one else to turn to. It has been the last words of dying people and the first words of people who thought they might not survive something, but did. Great is your faithfulness. It is not great because everything worked out well. It is not great because the suffering stopped. It is great because it continues. Because it did not fail when the city fell. Because it did not fail when the temple burned. Because it did not fail in the wilderness, and did not fail in the prison, and did not fail on the cross, and did not fail in any of the darkness that the people of God have walked through in 3,000 years of documented history. And it will not fail tonight. The compassions are new. The faithfulness is great. And tomorrow morning, when the night has passed and the light comes back, what will be waiting for you is not yesterday's mercy. It will be new, made for that day, for you, by the one who is faithful, not because things are going well, but because faithfulness is simply who He is. Great is your faithfulness. Say it to yourself right now if you need to, as an act of choosing, as a yet, in spite of everything, yet. Great is your faithfulness. It will be true in the morning. It is true right now. I want to return for a moment to the image of the Father running, because I think it is one of the most important images in all of Scripture, and I do not want it to pass by too quickly in the dark. In the culture of Jesus' time, a grown man of standing did not run. Running was for children and for servants. A man of dignity walked, and he walked at a measured pace, and he waited for others to come to him. Running was considered beneath him. It was something done only in emergencies, or by people who had no reputation to protect. And the Father in the story ran, which means he did not care what anyone watching thought of him. He did not stop to consider how it looked. He did not calculate the optics of a respected man of the community sprinting down the road toward a son who had disgraced him. He simply ran, because the son was coming, because the thing he had been waiting for was finally happening. And nothing in the world was more important than getting to his son as quickly as possible. That is the picture Jesus chose to use when he wanted to describe what God is like when we return to him. Not a figure waiting at a distance, arms crossed, prepared to discuss consequences. Not a God who hears that you are coming back and makes a note of it, and schedules a meeting for next week to go over what you did wrong and what the terms of your reinstatement will be. A Father who sees you while you are still far away, who's been watching the road because that is what people do when they are waiting for someone they love, and who runs, actually runs, undignified, joyful, completely unconcerned with anything except getting to you. Before the son could finish his speech, before the apology was complete, the Father was already giving orders. The best robe, the ring on his finger, sandals on his feet, a feast, music, dancing, because my son was lost and is found. Was dead and is alive. Was dead and is alive. That is not a small statement. That is the entire arc of the gospel in one sentence. The thing that seemed over, the story that seemed finished, the hope that seemed extinguished, alive, found, restored, not as a servant, as a son. Maybe tonight you have been walking the long road home. Maybe it has taken you a very long time to turn in the right direction. Maybe there has been a lot of distance between where you have been and where you know you belong, and you are not sure what kind of reception you'll receive when you arrive. Run faster. He is already running toward you. The distance between you and where you need to be is not an obstacle you have to overcome alone. He is covering it. He is moving toward you with everything he has while you are still figuring out how to take the next step. The reunion does not depend on your arriving in good condition. It does not depend on having your speech prepared. It depends only on your willingness to turn in his direction. And once you turn, he does the rest. There is something else I want you to notice in this story. When the Father calls for the celebration, he says something very specific. He says, "Bring the best robe and put it on him." Not a clean robe, not a serviceable robe. The best robe, the one reserved for honored guests. The one that communicates by its very quality that the person wearing it matters, that they belong, that they are welcome not as a charity case, but as someone treasured. That is what is being put on you. Not a minimum, not a just enough, the best, because that is how God receives people who come home, not grudgingly, not with a list of conditions, not with the quiet reservation of someone who will forgive but not forget, with the best robe and a ring and a feast and music, because there is rejoicing in heaven over one person who turns. One. Yours is not a small return in a long line of returns that God processes efficiently and without particular feeling. Yours is the specific occasion for celebration. Yours is the one that causes joy. Come home. He is already running, and there is a party waiting that you cannot yet imagine. We are at the end now, and I want to end slowly. Because you deserve a slow ending. Because the world rushes you all day long, and this is one of the few places tonight where there is no rush. So I am going to go slowly, and I am going to say a few last things, and I am going to say them quietly. You are enough. Not enough in the sense that you have done everything required and checked every box. Enough in the sense that you, as you are, the specific and unrepeatable person that you are sufficient. You are not a rough draft waiting to be finalized. You are not a lesser version of the person you are supposed to become someday. You are a person in process, which is different. A person in process is already real, already complete in the ways that matter most, already fully loved. God is not waiting for the finished version of you. He loves the version of you that exists right now. The version that is tired and uncertain and lying in the dark hoping that something true will find you. That is the version he loves. It is not a problem to be solved. It is a life being lived, and he is in it with you. You have done enough today. Whatever was asked of you, whatever you were able to give, it was enough for today. Tomorrow will have its own enough. You do not have to carry tomorrow into tonight. You are held. That word means something physical, something that supports the weight, something beneath you that does not give way. You are held by hands that were strong enough to make the world and gentle enough to tend to a single frightened heart in the dark. Both things are true at once. The same hands. Sleep now. Let your body rest. Let your mind grow quiet. Let the night do its work. And let the one who does not sleep watch over the things that need watching. You are loved. That is the last thing, and the first thing, and the truest thing. You are loved. Right now, in this moment, in this room, in this life with all of its complication and its beauty and its pain and its grace, and everything still unknown. You are loved. Good night. last things before you sleep. You are not behind. Whatever the voice in your head says about where you should be by now, what you should have figured out, what should be different, you are exactly where you are, and there is a path from here. It may not look like the path you planned. It may be taking you somewhere you did not expect. But there is a path, and you are on it, and the one who knows where it leads is walking with you. You are not too much. Whatever you have felt you had to minimize or hide or apologize for, you are not too much for God. You are not too sad or too angry or too broken or too complicated. He made you. He is not surprised by the size of what is inside you. He can hold all of it, and he wants to. Stop making yourself smaller for the sake of being easier to deal with. You were not made to be easy. You were made to be loved. You are not forgotten. Not by God, not ultimately, even when it feels like it. Even when the evidence of ordinary life seems to suggest it. The feeling of being forgotten is real. The forgetting itself is not. You are held in a memory that does not fail, and you are not finished. This night is not the end of your story. Whatever brought you here, whatever low point or confusion or grief or fear prompted you to reach for something quiet and comforting in the dark, that is not the final chapter. There is more. There is more for you, more to you, more ahead of you than you can see from where you are lying right now. I believe that. I believe it for you specifically, even though I do not know your name. So sleep now. Let your body do the thing it was made to do. Let the hours pass and rest. Let your mind go quiet, or quiet enough. Let the world carry on without your supervision for a few hours. It will be okay. You will be okay. And when morning comes, and it will come, wake up slowly if you can. Give yourself a moment before the day rushes in. Remember, if even for a few seconds, that you are not alone, that you woke up into love, that the mercy waiting for you today is new, specific, made for this exact day and this exact version of you. Take it gently. Take it one thing at a time. Take it knowing that whatever the day holds, you do not hold it alone. You are loved. You are held. You are seen. You are known. You are not forgotten. You are not finished. And the God who set the stars in their places and calls each one by name knows yours. Good night. Sleep in peace. And know that when you wake, the same love that held you through this night will be there in the morning. It always is. It always will be. Rest now. Everything else can wait.